September 11, 2001 remains one of the most pivotal points in American history. And for the families of the fallen, the anger is still present even decades later. ABC's Morgan Norwood has their story.
Most of us can remember where we were, what we were doing, maybe even what we were wearing when we first heard the news about the attacks on 9/11.
We just got a report in that there's been some sort of explosion at the World Trade Center.
But for the families of first responders and for many of the loved ones who died, these memories run deeper than time, place, and setting. And in Patricia Smith's case,
I don't have any independent memories of her.
They're fleeting. Smith was just a young child when she was robbed of the chance to grow up with her mother, NYPD officer Moira Smith.
It was hard to kind of hear everyone else's stories, but I didn't get that for myself.
Despite the memorials,
Moira and Smith,
the mementos,
this necklace I'm wearing is hers.
The reality of remembering comes at the cost of resentment.
It still makes me angry.
Dr. Felix Torres is a clinical and forensic scientist who has worked with survivors and families of loved ones who died in the tragedy. He's seen the gamut of emotions, but for many, the most piercing and ever-enduring emotion is the anger.
Anger can manifest itself in many ways. It could be directed at other family members. It could be directed at the government, the terrorists, even themselves and their loved ones who were lost on that day.
For Patricia Smith and her dad, the anger is in the absence of justice.
I think we both kind of have the same notion that justice delayed is justice denied. And now we're 20 years later with no justice.
So while the old adage tells us time heals all wounds, Dr. Torres will tell you it's not entirely accurate.
Time itself is not a healer.
The tributes, the services, the annual ceremony certainly hold space for healing for some, including Monica Eichen, who lost her husband. She visits the September 11th Memorial Museum often, and her connection to the museum isn't just about honor.
I couldn't bring him home, so this is his home for me.
But for others,
it may actually reopen those partially closed wounds.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.